What's up, my comic community? We're going to try this one more time. I've made this video 4 times, but it is Friday, and it's the 21st of July, and we're going to go through my pickups from the Comix Strip. The Comix Strip is my local comic shop. It's in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. You should definitely check it out. Sorry it's so late on doing this video. Usually I would have had it sooner, but I went out of town. I went to see The Smile in St. Louis. They're a really good band, a multi-instrumentalist band. Everyone plays some different instruments. 2 of the members are Tom York and John Greenwood from Radiohead. So if you're into Radiohead, you'd probably like them. If you're not, then I wouldn't watch them. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. We're out of boards at the comic shop, so I've got to wait until they get some in, current. But first we've got Dune, issue number 7 of House of Harkonnen, and this has got a Raymond Swanland cover. It's written by Brian Herbert, Kevin J. Anderson, and Fran Gallen is doing the art. The hit prequel comics adaptation from legendary authors Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson continues. Suffering from heartbreak, Liet leaves Arrakis on the step to a fateful encounter, and a torment Gurney Halleck falls in with smugglers on Giedi Prime. Meanwhile, Duncan's training continues along with the crackdowns on the Zion Rebellion, and Leto and Kaylee's relationship takes a tense turn. Wow, I've done this so many times, I'm now messing up on it. Sorry, y'all. I should be well done at reading this. I've read it 4 times now. All right, we're going to move on, though, from Batman, Superman, World's Finest. And this is issue number 17. It's got, of course, a Dan Mora cover, and the written by Mark Waid, because they've done the last 16 issues, I want to say, maybe. World War AI hits its climax, guest starring dozens of DC heroes in a war against New Mazo and his machines that will determine the fate of humanity and lay the threads for a menace that will soon pop up in the pages of Shazam. Looks like that's a new character that's either going to be in here or coming in the new issues of Shazam. Next, we got Batman White Knight Presents Generation Joker number 3. This, of course, has a Sean Murphy cover because he does all the covers for these because they're kind of like his baby, even though he's not writing this one, because it's written by Clayton McCormick and Katana Collins, and the art is done by Marika Andinolfo. The Joker's return. Inspired by the exploits of the clown prince of crime, this street gang is ready to take Neo-Gotham by storm, but first they need some new blood and the children of Jokers. Will Jackie and Bryce take their rightful place in the criminal underworld? If not, if their mother Harley Quinn and her new ally Neo Joker have anything to say about it. Of course, Harley never wants her kids to be bad in any form. Next, we've got Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Red. Speaking of Harley, Bruno Redondo did this cover. I absolutely love it. I always love Bruno's stuff. Written by Chip Zdarsky, Lee Williams, Paul Scheer, and Nick Giovannitti. Art done by Kevin Maguire, Natasha Bustos, and Tom Riley. The bloody brilliance of 2020's Harvey-nominated Harley Quinn Black, White, and Red deserved an encore, this time in print periodical. In this all-star new miniseries, 18 short tales of Gotham's most unpredictable anti-hero unspool in black, white, and red ink because she never seen the world in just black and white. In this issue, comedic legends, they made us say that, Chip Zdarsky and Kevin Maguire team up to send Harley and Ivy deep into the heart of the Fortress of Solitude. Lee Williams and Natasha Bustos reveal Harley's teenage past as a high-flying gymnast with a vengeance on her mind. And actor Paul Scheer joins co-writing Nick Giovannetti and artist Tom Riley to send former Joker sidekicks Harley and Gaggy Gagsworthy on a heist that's worth the risk. But can the pair walk walk out on their vendetta in 30 seconds flat when they feel heat is around the corner. All right, next we're moving on to Night Terrors Catwoman #1, and this has got a Leela Lees cover, and the interior art's done by Leela Lees, and Teenie Howard's the writer for this. Catwoman's nightmarish road to redemption. Forgive me, sister, for I have sinned. I have murdered Valmont, the man I loved, in order to save the man I loved, Batman, who will never forgive me for breaking his one rule. But please forgive me, Sister Zero, for this nightmare realm you've put me in as a penance from which I can't seem to wake up. Is my Catholic guilt come to life in the form of your rotting disciples taking my soul? Sister Maggie, if you are still somewhere in there, forgive me and save us from in the nightmare realm in order to save us in the real life. That is, unless we should die before we wake. Next, we're moving on to Night Terrors Nightwing, and we've got this amazing cover of the the Midnight covers done by Dustin Nguyen. Love his stuff. Then next, we've got this awesome cover done by Jason Sean Alexander that's got some Rogues Gallery on the back of it, looking really cool. Then finally, we've got a Francisco Matea cover that I absolutely think is sick and awesome in both ways of the word. Then finally, we have this awesome A cover done by Danielle de Nicolio, and they also are the interior artist, and Michael Conrad and Becky Cloonan are the writers. Dick Grayson Murderer. Pigs, and pigs, with a Y, and clowns. Dick Grayson wakes up in jail to realize a nightmare has come to life. He murdered someone he loves, and the only thing making it worse is his past coming to haunt him in the form of humanoid pigs playing the characters of his childhood at Haley's Circus, scene by scene leading up to the night of his parents' death. The Batgirls try to help Nightwing figure out who framed him or why he killed someone, but his cellmate and the other unlikely villains in jail who will help him solve the mystery, but are they actually helping him? So it looks like villains are supposed to help him out. Next, we got Punchline's Night Terrors, and I love Punchline. A lot of people give her crap, but I think she's a cool character. Gia Minakov is the artist for this, and the cover artist. The interior art's done by Lucas Meyer, and Danny Lohr is the writer. Punchline confronts her darkest fears. Alexis K, a.k.a. Punchline, fears nothing, or so she'd have you believe. Her fears will be pried out of her in Nightmare World, where she is being hunted and she is forced to face her deepest, darkest nightmare in a true horror movie fashion. This actually sounds pretty good. Next, we have this amazing Jay Lee cover on Wonder Woman Night Terrors. And, like I said, awesome cover art by Jay Lee. The interior art is done by Megan Hetrick and Juan Ferreira. Ferreira. I can't say that so well. I hate that I can't say it. Josie Campbell and Stephanie Williams are the writers for this. Justice League Dark Against the Nightmares come to life. After investigating an alarming intrusion at now defunct Hall of Justice, Wonder Woman and her unexpected new ally, Detective Chimp, by the way, he looks awesome on this cover, suddenly find themselves in a world where their worst nightmares come to life. Who possibly defeat these things that go bump in the night? Justice League Dark. The Amazon princess reunites with her old team to save the world from a sweet dream turned into a beautiful nightmare. Plus, Queen Nubia finds herself trapped in the Well of Souls. I always love the Well of Souls. It's a really good song by Candlemass if you like 80s metal. Next, we're moving on to Tales of the Teen Titans #1, and this is Nicole Scott cover. And I'm kind of excited for these. Shannon Hale and Dean Hale are writing this, and the interior art's done by Javier Rodriguez. The Titans have stepped up to become DC's premier superhero team, and all eyes are on them. Who are Starfire, Raven, Donna Troy, and Beast Boy? Where do they come from, and what do they stand for? All will be revealed in Tales of the Titans, a new series of spotlight issues in the spirit of the beloved 80s classic Tales of the New Teen Titans. First up is an alien princess and warrior, Sapphire, whose huge heart, huger hair, and fiery fist have made her a fan-favorite member of the team. When a spaceship bearing Tamarinian markings crash lands on Earth, Starfire goes on a solo mission to uncover its origins. But what awaits her on that journey will bring her back to her earliest days of youth, memories of her two sisters eternally at war. Perhaps a chance to keep history from repeating itself. So that sounds like it's going to be cool. Next, our final DC book, we got Vigil issue number 3. Sumit Kumar's the cover artist for this. Liliet Kumar Shamara is the interior artist. And Ram V is writing this. Who are the Vigil? Seiya file loading. Seiya file unavailable. Seiya identity unknown. Based on available sightings of the Vigil, it is likely that Seiya is a shapeshifter, and based on the technology, it is theorized that they use their identity may now be unknown to Seiya themselves. If this may be true, then Seiya's history may be a threat to the Vigil metahuman group without any of them knowing, including Seiya. Stay tuned for more. You are being watched. All right, next we are moving on to DC or Marvel, and we've got Blade number 1, and this is the first appearance of Adana, and Elena Casagrande is the interior artist and the cover artist for this, and Brian Edward Hill is writing this. Marvel's slickest vampire hunter returns in a brand new ongoing by Brian Hill, Killmonger, and Alana Casagrande, Black Widow. True evil is patient, and a dark ancient power has been shimmering quietly for centuries. And when Blade himself is the one who to unknowingly unleash it, Marvel's entire supernatural underworld will come out of hiding to demand he handle it, or pay a pound of flesh for his mistakes. Bloodbath, Blackmail, and Blade, you won't want to miss this explosive first issue of this new volume, which is volume 5, by the way, if I didn't mention it. Next, we're moving on to Extreme Venomverse. I love this cover. It's done by Linnell Francis Yu. The interior art's done by Guri Hairu and Gavin Guidry, Jim Toe, and Jason Liu. Written by Jordan Bloom, Kelly Thompson, and Jason Liu. Cody Ziegler. The conclusion to Extreme Venomverse, like every issue of the Summertime Symbiote. The conclusion to the Extreme Venomverse, like every issue of the Summertime Symbiote, the celebration before it. This one introduces an awesome array of symbiotes. First, Jeff the Landshark gets venomized. I love Jeff the Landshark. From the awesome team from behind the smash hit It's Jeff Infinity comic, Kelly Thompson and Guri Hairu. Then hope this symbiote's got a mitt and some bubblegum because it's getting called up to the major leagues. So yeah, we got Major League Venom. Of course, the Kaiju Venom looks awesome. This is issue number 5. If I didn't mention it, it's the first appearance of Major League Venom, Venom, Flash Thompson, and first appearance of Kaiju Venom. Now we're finishing it off with Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones 5. And this has got a David Nakayama cover. I always like David Nakayama stuff. The artists for this are Kai Zama and Giofo. And Oren Jr. is the inker. And Emily Kim is writing this. Grief and Revenge. Dr. Lila Bennett's revenge against all Gwens is complete. What does this mean for our very own Ghost Spider and her clones? Don't miss the chilling finale of Gwen's clone-tastic story that will change Spider-Gwen as we know her. All right, so that's it. Definitely, when I go to the Comix Strip next, I need to pick up some current size boards. And I'm going to get off here for the day. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Peace.